Extremely unique Steve Dunkel custom cue. Unique is an understatement on this one. Feast your eyes on this beast right here. Nice, unique, heavy hitter right here. If you have not hit a ball with one of Steve Dunkel's cues, you need to get a hold of this. You are in for a treat. They hit very solid. This has some extremely nice Cocobolo. You can tell that it's got a sectioned handle there. And he does something really special here. So you've got the handle, which is sectioned. The middle area or section is ebony with some really cool looking tribal inlays. And then of course you have the elephant ear on each side of the midsection right there. So 3-section handle, 2 being elephant ear, 1 being ebony with tribal. Steve Dunkel, of course, the New Jersey cue maker. He is notably a member of the ACA, the American Cue Makers Association. Steve's a great guy too. I have not met him in person, but we've talked through Messenger on several occasions. One of my good friends is a dealer of his cues and speaks extremely highly of Steve. I know one thing for sure. Every time I've seen his display at the expo, you look at it one day, you blink, and they are gone with the wind. His cues notably hardly ever come back up on the resale market. He's putting out some straight fire. Again, from the great state of New Jersey. He is a retired police officer from what I hear. He may have arrested some of you guys out there. LOL, just kidding. Although with pool players, you never know. Maybe Steve arrested you and then he got you a pool cue. What a story that would be, right? Cocobolo on the front and on the back. This is some really cool looking Cocobolo. It's got that kind of fiery lava look to it right there. A lot of figure. Now here is what I like best about this cue. Now you can't tell because I've got the cap on here, but this is copper. And by the way, the joint protectors are made out of copper. The joint is made out of copper. And the pin is also made out of copper. Okay, so you've got a copper pin. I'm going to show you here. Bear with me as I'm running a one-man band here, like a one-arm guy in a butt-kicking contest for you. The things I do to get you guys and girls these videos. My gosh. All right, there you go right there. Check that out. So big pin, 3/8, 10 modified. So you've got the copper pin, the copper joint. Man, this thing just thunks the balls. I mean, it thunks. And you've got the copper ring work at the joint. And then he also has some double copper. And then you also have inlays that are bordered in copper as well. So just tons and tons of copper all the way throughout the cue. So Cocobolo, copper, elephant ear, ebony, tribal work, very forward balanced. If you like a forward balanced cue, let me see if I can get your balance point. There it is right there as it tips forward, very forward weighted. 16.4 ounces on the butt, by the way, 16.4. I spoke with Steve on Messenger earlier. He said this is all natural weight. Even these joint protectors alone, I haven't put those on the scale, but they're very heavy, right? Very heavy. And I believe that a good reason why this thing hits as solid as it does is that copper joint. Copper joint, copper pin, just a super good, heavy forward balance on the cue right there. And it's all natural weight. He did say that the butt is cored, but a lot of the additional weight, of course, comes from the copper. The condition, it's not new, so it is used but not abused. I would call this a pre-loved cue. I don't see any dents or dings. It's been very well taken care of. Just a few minor marks on the butt cap that, no dents, but just kind of minor marks from play. Cue rolls nice and straight. No movement at the joint. Very nice, very straight. It does also have 2 shafts with it. So in speaking with Steve, Steve said that he wasn't exactly sure that he was making Kielwoods. Actually, he wasn't making Kielwoods back when this cue was made. It is signed at the very bottom right here. It's faint, but you can see the signature. It's signed Dunkel 7/2013. So this cue was made back in 2013. We believe that the Kielwood shaft was added. So if you notice, it has the exact ring work right there. So I'm not sure if maybe it had two maple shafts and then the Kielwood was added to it, but it is in fact the same exact ring work right there as the maple shaft has on it. So both shafts are 29 inches. The butt is also 29 inches. It is a 58-inch cue. The Kielwood shaft is coming up at 3.7 and it's about 13.2, so nice thick Kielwood shaft. And then you also have the maple shaft, which is a 12.9. That one is 3.8 ounces, so 3.7 and 3.8. Again, 16.4 on the butt. What a cool cue that is. I love that tribal inlay work in it. But there's nothing that sets this thing off better than all that copper all the way through with that fire Cocobolo. It is available. Light play on this cue. Again, used but not abused. It's available here at Crossroad Cues, $31.75 plus shipping. We do ship all over the world. There is no natural material in this cue, although with that wrap, you may have some restrictions as far as going out of the country, and some states may have some restrictions. You can check with us on that. I don't expect this to last very long. We do have financing available right now. Check us out at crossroadcues.com once it hits my website. No trades. Man, I'm telling you guys, if you blink, this one's going to be gone. As I stated earlier, for some reason, and I'll tell you what the reason is, because of the playability. There's your hint. Because they play so good, you just don't see Dunkel cues come back up on the resale market very often. So this is your opportunity. If you've been waiting to get a really unique cue, you know that we get our hands on a lot of really cool pieces here. This is definitely one of the coolest ones that I've seen in quite a long time. So Dunkel custom cue available at crossroadcues.com.